All the organs are pretty much shut down. They said they're waiting to themselves do the pronunciation, but yeah, clearly that's what it is, because the mother has also got a briefing from other medics. So it is sad that our colleague has passed on. It's very, very, very sad moment.
How would you remember your question, but also your member of the National Unity Platform?
Honorable Ssegirinya was a very practical leader. Very, very practical. You know, sometimes we imagine leadership is about speaking too much English, wearing nice suits, and so on. That wasn't Honorable Ssegirinya. He was very practical. He would go to the ground, connect with the people, and that's the kind of leader that he was. He was a grounded leader, a community leader. So we shall very much miss that element.
We know that at the time of his death, he still has a case with Alan Ssenyonyi in court. How will you take on that case? What does his death mean for this case?
Well, as a lawyer, but anyway, you don't even need to be a lawyer, because if there's a case on your head and you're out of the picture, the case does collapse. So that's now to do with the case in court.
Thank you so much, Honorable.
Era kyakula ebyamagero era abasawo batugambye nti kisobola okubeerawo kyamagero kyetusabira mu kaseera kano eyo update tulina.
Officials who have been able to visit the patient who is critically ill, he is critically sick. What I can say, he needs our love, he needs our prayers, though we cannot declare him dead, but he is critically.
Yes, Honorable. Honorable, how will you remember the late?
It's very unfortunate, the news that we have gotten this morning. I was at Parliament chairing Shadow Cabinet, and then I got a call. I spoke to the mother of the Honorable Muhammad Ssegirinya, who confirmed to me that he has passed on. It's very, very sudden. Honorable Muhammad Ssegirinya got a little bit worse in the past couple of days. He was brought here, and in engaging with the doctors and families, it was agreed, the doctors advised us, let's make sure no one accesses him to avoid getting infections, because his situation had become dire. So we agreed with the family, let's, as the doctors have guided, no one should visit and so on, so that he didn't catch those infections. And the updates we kept getting, it was a struggle, as if he would improve, and then bits of setbacks and so on. So this morning we got that very, very unfortunate news. When I spoke to the doctors, all the organs are pretty much shut down. They said they're waiting to themselves do the pronunciation, but yeah, clearly that's what it is, because the mother has also got a briefing from other medics. So it is sad that our colleague has passed on. It's very, very, very sad moment.
How would you remember your question, but also your member of the National Unity Platform?
Honorable Ssegirinya was a very practical leader. Very, very practical. You know, sometimes we imagine leadership is about speaking too much English, wearing nice suits, and so on. That wasn't Honorable Ssegirinya. He was very practical. He would go to the ground, connect with the people, and that's the kind of leader that he was. He was a grounded leader, a community leader. So we shall very much miss that element.
We know that at the time of his death, he still has a case with Alan Ssenyonyi in court. How will you take on that case? What does his death mean for this case?
Well, as a lawyer, but anyway, you don't even need to be a lawyer, because if there's a case on your head and you're out of the picture, the case does collapse. So that's now to do with the case in court.
Thank you so much, Honorable. Yomugenzi, Muhammad Ssegirinya for now. Kaseera kano abakulira ekibiina kya National Unity Platform omuli appeal
ebigambo bituweddeko. Ssegirinya agenze, nabadde wano ennaku ntono nnyo emabega, netubeera ne maama we ne Mbeera n'abasawo obwenkanya, ate nga Ssegirinya ayagaliza abantu abalala, ayina omutima ogulumirirwa, nga bw'alaba ono aboyaana ayina okutuukawo alabe ki kyasobola okukola mu bunafu bwe, mu busobozi bwe obutono. Mukama amumuze mirembe, amuwe ekiwummulo eky'emirembe, amusonyiwe byonna ebyamusobola.
That kind of experience that you went through as his lawyer, but also the family, I could see his mother running up and down, going to Parliament, pleading for his life. What does it mean for the administration of justice, but also this case?
It's a message to Mr. Museveni and his team. You see, we have a constitution, we have a Bill of Rights. Even if you have issues with somebody and they are facing the charges, they must be protected. Life is paramount. You must guarantee that even if they are facing a trial, they are at liberty to access medical attention. They are at liberty to get whatever facilities they need to be strong, to be alive. But we realized actually they were condemning Ssegirinya and Ssewanyana to death. They prejudged them, they convicted them before trial. And that was the thing. So this talk of no bail, this talk of no bond, is going to affect so many people. You see, I may be having my own underlying issues. And these are the reasons that I insisted under the laws to allow accused persons to be admitted to bail so that they can attend to those problems, those underlying issues they may be having. So I may be hypertensive, I may be diabetic, I may be having some issues that require to be admitted to bail so that I attend the trial coming from outside. So curtailing civil liberties is a very, very big problem. So what aggravated Ssegirinya's situation and it caused the deterioration of his health is that incarceration, endless illegal incarceration without allowing him to access physicians of his choice and getting medical treatment from a prior to his arrest. By the way, he had visited his physicians in Germany. He was there before. And he pleaded, we put all this in black and white on paper. And all the pleadings we put there. We insisted that, look, this is the record of this gentleman. His life is in danger. Please, do you want to try a dead body? Get him out of jail. Have him, allow him access medical facilities of his choice. When he's stable, you try him. Can you imagine even recently? The ICD court here issued the criminal summons for Ssegirinya to appear before court when he was actually grounded here in the hospital. How insensitive can our justice system be? How insensitive can our leaders here be? We ask them, please, you people, do you know the situation the gentleman is going through, the order is going through, to just insist that please let him come and attend the trial. So their focus was about pushing him to the hilt, pushing him to the wall. Now he's finished.
As a person who works with the late now, as when he was a councillor, Lord Councillor, but also a member of parliament in the opposition, how do you remember the late Mohamed Ssegirinya?
Ssegirinya has been a real hustler. If you want the true definition of the word hustler, then it is Ssegirinya Muhammad. Throughout his life, from childhood, as a councillor, as a member of parliament, and in all his daily life, he's just been hustling. That is one thing. Two, he loved his country and he's been a fighter. If you're talking about a foot soldier, Ssegirinya was a real foot soldier. He would move from one place to another in search for justice, not for himself, but for Ugandans across board, and also in search for democracy, good governance, and the rule of law. He gave it his all. He put up a solid fight. He spared no iota or atom of his strength in the fight for rule of law, constitutionalism, and good governance to liberate this country. And above all, he's a person who he was very, very compassionate with the marginalized, with the people in need. He's one person who loved humanity. He had empathy for whoever was in need of support, and he was always there to assist those marginalized people.
And according to them, professionally, it would be unethical to declare him dead on their end when there is still that pass. So they are saying they can't give us any hope. They don't know what the day will be like by close of day, but they are also saying they are not good. So professionally they are saying because of that small pass, even though he's brain dead, organs have shut down, that very small pulse, aided by the vent and so on, does not allow them as professional medics to declare him dead. And so they have said that's why they are not communicating as such. Of course, the mother was thrown off balance, and that's why she did reach out to us to give us that very disturbing news. So the current status quo, as per the doctors, is that yes, he's brain dead, organs have shut down, but there's still a very small part. We asked them, are you giving us hope? They said, we don't want to give you hope, but they said, they're not God. God can perform a miracle. That's what the doctors have told us. We requested them to be with us, to be able to communicate this, but they said they will be with us because the executive director is here,
Sister Dr. Grace.
Sister Dr. Grace, who is the acting executive director, but she's the medical director. So she told us she might not speak, but she will be with us because she, together with other doctors, that's the brief that they have given to us. Our call to the people of Uganda, and especially the people of Kawempe North, which he represents, is let's keep praying for him. The doctors are saying he's in a very critical condition, brain dead, organs shut down, but there is that small part, aided with the vent and so on. And so professionally on that end, they're saying they cannot at this point declare him dead. So let's keep praying for Honorable Muhammad Ssegirinya, even though yes, medically they're saying hope is Honorable Muhammad Ssegirinya, Mbeera ye ennaku eziyise yagenda eyongera okwonooneka n'aleetebwa mu ddwaliro. Yali yatereera n'addayo ewaka ng'awona mpola mpola, naye embeera ezze egenda esajjuka. Yaleetebwa wano mu ddwaliro era abasawo ne batugamba amu n'abazadde ne famire nti tumege sure nti abantu tebajja kumulaba kubanga embeera gye yali alimu nga kimwanguyira okukwata infections, okufuna infections. So tyobudola abantu bangi abadde baagala okujja okumulaba naye nga ne famire tekkiriza kubanga twakikanyako badokita nga bebatuwabudde soke tumuleke ayinza okufuna infections ez'enjawulo. Olunaku olwaleero twafunye essimu okuva ewa maama wa Ssegirinya ng'atubikira omubaka Ssegirinya n'atugamba nti munnaffe afudde. Era amawulire ne gayitingana ne tujja wano mu ddwaliro, tuzze tusinkana abasawo tugendako mu ICU okulaba munnaffe. Kyetulabye era abasawo kye batunnyonnyodde, abasawo batugambye nti Honorable Ssegirinya mu luzungu ali kye bayita brain dead, nti obwongo bulinga obufudde. Organs zonna zishatinze down, zisirise, naye omutima gukyakubamuko akatono. Yes, ali ku machines ezimuyambako n'ebirala. So batugambye nti organs zonna zishatinze down, naye omutima gukyakubamu akatono, ezi machines ezimuyambako. So kati abasawo bo batugambye nti bo nga bo tebayinza kudeclaringa oba okwanjula nti Honorable Ssegirinya afudde lw'amateeka agabafuga ng'abasawo. Babagamba kasita mubanga mukyalimu ka heartbeat ako kakabe katono katya, machines baba bazirekako era nga tebasobola kudeclaringa nti Honorable Ssegirinya afudde. So weewaawo maama bwe babimunnyonnyodde byonna byonna ye ng'alabira ddala omwana we afudde, kwe kutukubira n'atubikira. Naye abasawo twabadde tubasabye batunyonnyolemu ne bagamba nti bajja kubeerawo wano, era tulina Sister Dr. Grace nga yaliwo ng'akulira eddwaliro, medical director era yakiikiridde executive director w'eddwaliro. Batunyonnyodde yes, Honorable Ssegirinya embeera gy'alimu mbi nnyo, obwongo busirise, organs zisirise, naye mukyalimu ka heartbeat ako. So bo nga bo tebagenda kwanjula eri eggwanga nti Honorable Ssegirinya afudde lw'amateeka agabakwata, ka heartbeat ako kekakyalimu. Kyetusaba bannayuganda naddala abantu b'omukawe